Yeah, so as I was saying, like when so essentially I was like living so I went through like a lot of stuff in 2023. But like with the whole injury before I hurt my back, I guess I was living with this like definitely conscious sometimes, but it had to have been like subconscious, like fear of like what happens when I get injured again
Mm,
because of like what happened last time. Like essentially didn't fucking do anything for like 14 months. Was depressed as shit.
yeah,
Had to gain 60 pounds, had to lose, like climb out of that hole.
dude.
And just like knowing that like I can't do that again and not knowing how I'm going to react when I do get hurt because it's inevitable. Like eventually I'm gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I watched a video today. Sam Tulik he's like, if I tweak something like, like a couple days out of an entire year of like 365 lifts or something, he's like, it's like 0.03% or 0.3% or something. He's like, I don't care. That's fine.
Dude, he really does lift like every fucking day too,
He
doesn't
did
he?
say he was like, oh, maybe I'm at like maybe I'm at put some rest days in there. It's like 350. Like, I guess I really do rest days. That's what I do too, though,
Fucking
man.
15,
It's
2 weeks out of the whole year.
yeah, it's time for rest days, and I'm like, dude, no, I'm going to the gym, and then I'll be like, I'll do cardio. Somehow, find yourself in like incline Smith, like press or something.
Right.
But yeah, man, I think like it's important to just have that mental state, and you're just like the mindset of knowing that like everything's not always going to go perfectly.
Yeah.
And like, especially with lifting too, like, dude, like, I'm sure people can probably hear it now. I don't know, but I have a cold right now, and so it's like going to like last night I had to lift late. Tonight I'm going to do legs after this, so it's like, dude, the last thing I want to do is like put 3 plates on the bar and get under there and go
Yeah.
squat or something. But I don't know, man. I feel like lately I was listening to an Andrew Huberman podcast, and he was talking about how you need to like you have to rewire your brain by doing things that you don't want to do like every day.
Yeah, totally.
So, which I don't know. Some days I don't do that. You know, take the easy route.
100%. Yeah, man, I've been like finding that like going off what you're saying, like for sure, like this week, just no type of sleep. But I'm like, in the end, like it's really like, is it that bad? Like you tired?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not working out right now, so I don't have to deal with that. Like, I can just kind of be tired. Like,
Yeah.
I just
But
have to focus on sitting in a position where my back doesn't hurt, is like
yeah.
what I'm doing right now. But yeah, it's totally,
But if it's just you're tired, then it's like, well, you know, sometimes I'm like, I leave the house at like 6 or 7, and then I get done with the gym, and I'm home at like 11 p.m., bro. And I'm like, dude, like, why can't there be like 27 hours in this
right.
day?
That's what I'm saying. And that's like totally like you're grinding when you truly feel that way. Like, not like, oh, I wish, like, there's just not enough hours in the day, but like, you go on their phone and they've been on fucking Instagram for 2.5 hours. It's like, well, there's 2.5 right there.
Yeah, dude.
So there is, like, what do you not have enough time to do? Like, clearly it's not
I know.
that important to you, but when you're really like, fuck, man, so on the way, I was like, fuck, I haven't ate, bro, since like noon.
Yeah.
Like, I've just been going all day, and that was the one time, like, I've ate.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up at 5, I had a 6 o'clock client, worked till noon, I ate, I went home, I grinded that
Yeah.
fucking video out, and then
Some days I like that, man.
I was on my way here. That was, like, the one time I got to, like, be free from a break was, like, I'm in the car ride, like, jamming out to music. I'm like, "Fuck, I'm hungry."
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm, like, really
Yeah.
hungry.
That's the
Yeah.
worst too when you get caught up with work, man. Like work will like take I don't know, you just like get tunnel vision and you're just like working, and then like all of a sudden, it's like I'll look like I have to set alarms on my phone, bro, so I can eat my meals throughout the day. Because if I don't set alarms on my phone, like it'll be like 4 hours, and I'll start to, yeah, all of a sudden it'll hit me, and I'll be like super hungry, and then I'm like, dude, leaving gains on the table.
Right. Dude, I get that for sure because I got that all the time when I was doing manual labor, like, when you're doing manual shit and you're trying to have like any type of like fitness related goal, it's so much harder
Oh yeah.
because like just like you gotta eat a lot to be able to keep going, but like you don't really want to keep going if you're full as fuck. So it's like you really have to like you
Oh,
gotta time that shit perfectly.
dude, it's a grind. Yeah.
And if you get behind, it
Oh,
sucks.
it's even
Like you just
worse.
feel like you're like lagging.
I know, and then that's why, I feel like a lot of guys too will turn into, they'll turn on to like wanting to do like I don't know, they'll get on like Red Bulls and Monsters, and it's like then eventually it's like two or three of them a day, and then
Yeah.
I don't
Bro,
know.
I was on those ghosts.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
dude, I was on those ghosts like no other, bro. Do you know who what's her fucking Kennedy Thorne?
Yeah.
Bro, she fucking got me out of that in like 2022 when I used to work at the Y downtown and she would like fucking drink them. One time she brought me one, bro. Holy fuck. Like I was in a cut, like I hadn't had anything sweet in
Oh
so
no.
long. It was the orange fucking dreamsicle, bro, or whatever the fuck that's called. And I like sipped it and I was like my eyes started watering. I was like, this is so fucking good. And then you look and it's like what, 5 calories? You're like, fuck, I can have these all day. And for some reason, like the like alpha, what is it, like GPC or whatever,
Mm,
like I like feel the focus of that,
mm.
like, or maybe it's like some pair of like the caffeine up at GPC, but I'm dialed in when I
Interesting.
have one of those. But
Yeah.
I was drinking like, yup, 3 or 4 a day. I had an issue,
Bro.
bro. Like I would buy them, like I knew I had an issue, so I was buying them one at a time and like making myself go in there every
Oh
time I
yeah.
wanted one. And I was like, fuck, I really have an issue because I'm like going to Vitamin Shop multiple times in one day just to get these fucking things.
Bro.
And then you buy the 12 pack and you're fucked, dude. Like
Yeah. Then it's a
it
wrap.
was like 3 months and I was just like all the fucking time before I was like, nope.
Yeah, the most I'll do, like I got this I'm using uh my like raw pre-workout right now, and that's like I think it's like I don't know, 325 or something. So I'll
Yeah.
like if it's a heavy lift, I will scoop and a half it, but
Yeah.
that's all the caffeine I'm having for one day. But even some
Right.
people will say like, 500 milligrams is kind of a lot, but
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
I definitely think it is. Like,
Yeah, well, let's talk about that too. I mean, like, yeah. So, what do you think? Okay, bro, I've seen this argument. Like, it's so interesting to me. Like when people talk about steroids and steroid use, and like what is like natty or not natty, right? Because I feel like this is a good sidebar into that. Because it's like, dude, okay, but like, what is natural and not natural? Because like,
okay, so like I'll stop you right there. Like we can go so deep, like you eat McDonald's and you're not natty.
yeah, right, exactly.
It's like so where
That's
do
one
we
end of the
draw
spectrum. Yeah.
where do we draw the limit? You know what I
Okay,
mean?
but then like okay, like but I mean creatine and I mean honestly not even creatine, but like caffeine is like a huge one. It's like
Right.
okay, like and if you take it to the elite level, it's like a power lifter. Should they be using like is saying like they get a hit of caffeine before they go out and they
But I
lift
mean
15?
caffeine's from beans.
Yeah, but I have testosterone in my body. I can put some more in there.
Right. I mean, that is,
I
yeah, I see your
don't know.
point of view there
I
for
don't know.
sure.
It's just weird. It's like, what is natural? What does that even mean, I guess? And like, I don't know. It's interesting. Joe Rogan was talking about in his podcast that they're like starting some new like Olympics. It's like an Olympics that's like
Oh yeah, isn't it like one you can dope and one that then it's just like the natural regular Olympics?
yeah, yeah.
Like it's
But
just like if you want to do some drugs, like come over here, we'll
yeah,
have fun.
exactly. Yeah. And I think that's super interesting just to see like
Oh dude, you know how many people are actually gonna be watching the Olympics? Like the
uh
first year that shit happens,
dude,
like the Olympics is gonna be popping off.
yeah,
You
dude.
got these dudes doing like shot put and shit with fucking giant ass
Yeah.
22-inch
I
arms.
know, yeah, for real. Huge dudes. Yeah, we'll see. I think that's really cool though. And like if they can do it safely with like doctors involved and stuff, like oh man, why not push the limit?
Yeah, I mean, is there any like really like fuck, I might be lit right now, but is there any like really like physical like Olympic like is there anything you can get hurt? Like if you do steroids and you swim, who gives a fuck? Like you're not gonna hurt somebody. right? You're gonna hurt yourself, so who cares?
Yeah.
Like, what else? Like
Yeah.
snowboarding? No.
Yeah.
Beach volleyball? No.
I
Like,
don't
is
know, I
there a
feel
sport where like if you do drugs, get big and strong, like you're actually gonna hurt anyone else than yourself?
yeah, I don't know. I think it's like it's kinda like a seatbelt law type thing, where it's like
So like getting back into like I mean I don't know if this is really related, but how I was talking earlier, like how I was fucking up. Like bro, I like after I got hurt, like so I got hurt Wednesday night. Like I've always been like a super emotional eater. And like I fucking on Saturday night, bro, I smashed half of a fucking large pizza, half
Mm.
of like a Meyer cheesecake, bro, like just a shitty ass cheesecake, and like half of
Cheesecake
like
is good though.
dude, one of those fucking
That sounds like Sam Sulek's diet.
dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
For real though.
bro, I put down like so many fucking calories.
Ugh.
So
Yeah.
many calories, and I don't remember where I was going, but, like, who like, that's not illegal. Like, that's fucking on my body. That's where I'm going.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
on my body.
No, that's a
Like,
good point.
dude, I did that shit in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Went to the store, spent, like, 30 fucking dollars on bullshit ass food, inhaled it, and then, like,
Yeah.
my body was
Yeah.
destroyed for 4 days because of it.
Well, we could
And
take
it's
that
like, you're gonna take some testosterone and lift weights, and that's
Yeah,
like
I know. We could take that even further though too, because it's like, well, okay, should parents of kids who, they go to McDonald's every day, and obviously some people are like underprivileged and there's food deserts, and I totally get that, but like, should parents of kids who like end up like severely obese, like, should they be held accountable? I
bro,
don't know.
100%. So, like, how come, like so, like, a parent can get in trouble if, like, they're in charge of their kid getting to school,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like, if a kid doesn't go to school, parents get in trouble. So
yeah.
why can a kid get as obese as like, there's no
Well, if a kid got emaciated, the parent would probably get in trouble. If they're like
right,
super skinny.
right,
Why isn't it the same for the opposite?
right. Yeah, that is
So
very
weird.
true. Like, you go to the doctor and they're like, this kid's like living like fucking Harry
Here, kiss me your
Potter."
ribs.
Right? He's like the fucking kid under the fucking staircase or whatever,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
just
Right.
skinny as shit,
Yeah.
looking like he got out of the Holocaust. And like you can have fucking Johnny come in with his big old man boobs and like
Yeah.
he's fucking 10 years old and they don't say shit.
I know. It's
It's
weird.
like he's like fucked for life.
I know.
Like
Well, because yeah,
he's
once you
always
start
gonna
that,
have like
right.
I just like I didn't do anything like that for 2 years, but then that's why I had that fear because I knew that that was like ingrained in me, and I mean I got so like I was hurting because I was hurting physically because of my back and like just like everything,
Yeah.
and then like mentally, and I was like really doing a deep dive and like bro, I like got like deep into like I figured out like how it has to be like how I got like and or like how like I'm like I have an example of how people will get like that happiness from food. Essentially, like I was thinking because I didn't like eat that unhealthy when I was younger,
Mm,
and I mean we didn't eat great, but like we didn't have money for me to just like eat whatever.
right.
But, when I like, my parents are separated, I would see my dad, like, on the weekends, and he would live with my grandma, and he was, like, an asshole to my grandma. My dad's just, like, a piece like, my real father, biological father, not,
Yeah.
like, a dad at all. Um, and yeah, like, he was just, like, a piece of shit, and I think, like, the shit that he did, like, traumatized me, and then, like, in conjunction with, like, every time we would go over there, we'd eat fast food.
Mm,
So, like, to me, like, when you're a kid, like, fast food is, like, the shit, bro.
yeah.
Like, you know how good like, a fucking Happy Meal, bro, when
Yeah.
you're, like, 8 years old?
Yeah. You're like,
That
oh, this is
shit
the shit.
hits
Yeah.
way harder
Yeah.
than anything, like,
Dude, my
anybody's gonna
daughter, yeah,
make.
she's like, give me
Yeah.
the toy.
Right, right, like, bro, that shit is hype. So, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, "Damn, bro, like, that's gotta be." And so, I was like, "Fuck, man," like, I can't ever, like, let that shit, like like, hate is a strong word, but I would say, like, I do hate, like, my biological father for what he's done, and, like, I don't wanna be a shitty person because of, like, pop off, like, shitty character traits that, like, he had.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So now it's not just, like, I'm not gonna fuck up because, like, it's not good, but, like, I don't wanna, like, do something like somebody that I despise, like kind of ingrained into me.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I
like,
totally
bro, this
understand
like
that.
weight that I've got, like I fucked up my back and like, bro, in pain for days. But like before I healed physically, like I like had this weight like lifted off my shoulders so fucking much. And it's like,
Just like right now with this injury that like because you weren't like going turning to that food or
well, because I did, and then like I felt shitty, and then I was like,
made a change.
well, because dude, I used to do this shit all the time. So I like, fuck, dude, how are we getting so deep? Because we're fucking like we still barely know each other, but essentially like I was fucking bulimic for a while,
Yeah.
bro. So like I would intentionally like go like pizza is just always my thing, and
Yeah.
hence the pizza,
I love
bro.
pizza too, honestly.
Fuck,
Okay.
fucking
Okay. All right. All
pizza,
right. All right.
like,
What's your favorite kind of pizza?
bro. Definitely, definitely, it's gotta be pepperoni, mushroom,
Oh,
black olive,
oh,
and that's like
it's
if
like
I can
getting
only eat,
worse.
bro. Bro,
Keep going.
specifically fresh mushroom. Specifically, like I won't do the canned mushroom, like
Yeah.
fuck
No.
that shit.
Yeah.
But like if it's three, those three. If it's four, you gotta throw the fucking sausage.
Okay.
What are you talking about over there? You're like buffalo chicken. You eat like a fucking chicken bacon ranch type shit.
So you're not too far.
Really?
All right, I have two favorite pizzas. My first one's like barbecue chicken pizza. And then if you're like feeling a little feisty, you can add like some pineapples to it or some jalapenos.
Okay, that's a good pizza. See, okay, so the thing is
I just don't
like,
like mushrooms or
right.
olives.
So let's like take a step back. There is really like, in my opinion, no bad pizza. Like that's why I like pizza because you can do crazy
Yeah,
shit with
it's
it.
like a taco. Like there's also
Right.
really no bad
But like you
tacos
can have a
except like
pizza
one.
taco.
Sorry.
You can have a pizza taco or a taco pizza. Taco pizza. Taco pizzas are what I was gonna say because you can have a
I haven't had a
cheeseburger
pizza
pizza,
taco.
but you can have a cheeseburger pizza.
Yeah, right.
Can you have a pizza cheeseburger? No. Bro, you can have a pizza
I mean,
anything.
basically that's a calzone.
Yeah. I mean,
Anyways,
yeah, how the fuck did we get talking about that?
you were talking about
Oh yeah, I was talking about
yeah,
being fucking bulimic.
yeah, you're
Dude, I
right.
used to drive to pick up my pizza knowing that I was gonna make myself puke and then I was gonna fucking smash a 12 pack of cookies.
Oh, that's brutal, man.
So it was like it was bad. So and I don't really know like how I got out of that. Just like
Yeah, we're gonna have to
I,
do like an episode like on that,
yeah, like
honestly.
you never know. You never like you really never know like when you're like it just happened, bro. Like I don't know. Like one time I was just full and I like puked, and then I was like, oh, I feel better. And
Mm.
then you just do it again and again. But like how it's weird how that develops. And then like it's also weird how it just kind of like it fades because like I knew like you don't just start making yourself puke and you're like, oh, this is like for sure like a good thing. Like
Yeah,
no, you're never like doing that and it's healthy. Like
no.
you're never drinking and you're thinking like, oh, this is so being so fucking healthy right now.
Yeah, I know. Drinking's a hard one, man. Just like, you know, I don't know. I feel like I really,
Because everybody's doing it,
I know,
bro.
and I really
Everybody's
tried not
doing it.
to. Literally,
And it's fucking fun,
it
bro.
is, yeah,
It's fun as
it is fun. I
fuck.
have
It's, but like,
the only, but like the only time it's like viable, bro. It's like, dude, like somebody at well, because like for lifting, it's like if I casually want to have like make a drink here, it's like I choose not to most like 98% of the time because I'm like, dude, like that lift I just did today, like I'm literally feel like I'm throwing it in the trash. I mean, it's
right.
poison for your body, It's
I
like,
mean, literally.
yeah, I'm throwing all that work in the trash basically if I have this drink right now. And so that helps me. But I also feel like there's a lot of people, especially like young 20s, dude, like they're like lifting and like drinking and like fucking like blasting trend and stuff like that.
Dude,
It's
it's
like so
crazy with like
unhealthy.
the, oh, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna die fucking shredded. Like,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like